Hello, and welcome back to the KCCR. Been a few days. Today we're going to go over the character creation in Phantasy Star Online 2 from Saga. Now this is a game that is actually not currently released for Europe or North America. It is Japan, and I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's only Japan right now. Could be other parts of Asia, but I'm not sure. Below you'll find a link which will have a description of how to play if you wish, if you're not from Japan or you can't read Japan, as well as an English patch. Now before we get started, I will say that applying the translation is technically against the TOS, so do it at your own will. It's that simple. Moving forward, we're past the login screen, we're past the intro movies because that wasn't relevant to any of this, and we're straight right here to the very beginning, as you can see above, up here, the step 1. This is where you choose your race. Now, anybody who's ever played Phantasy Star Online or Phantasy Star Universe would know the differences between the races, such as the Numens, the castes, and the humans. Well, this game doesn't have a lot of the things that the original Phantasy Star did, such as caste rangers do not automatically detect traps, amongst other things. There are small differentiations between each race, such as Numen, for example, male or female, it does not matter, have lesser health than a lot of the other things, lesser S attack, which is your melee damage, but have more T attack, which is your magic, your techniques. Humans, I believe, are balanced. Caste, I don't fully remember. And Doomen are the newer race to the game, and they have higher S attack and lower, I think, all forms of other damage. I'm not too sure. Either way, so the differences here aren't too major. I would suggest choose ones you enjoy more. Castes are robotic people. Doomen have a horn, and they can have 2 different colored eyes as well as they glow, and Numen are, for all intents and purposes, your elves. So we'll just go ahead and click Doomen male. Next, you're brought to the select a class screen. Now, as you can tell right here, there's 4 classes. Each one is, I'll explain here in a sec, but I will state that Hunter, Ranger, and Force both have an advanced class. Once you get them to 30, you will be able to do a quest which will unlock the advanced class. So Hunter is your typical, as you can see the little video picture down there, it uses 2-handed swords, partisans, wired lance, which is essentially blades or other things connected to a chain that you swing around. I don't remember if they have anything else, but they're essentially that. The advanced class they unlock is Fighter, which progresses to be able to use dual daggers and twin daggers and a dual sword. Now, to explain that better, dual sword, well, the name would implies that you'd have, 2 weapons. It's not. It's essentially the TLDR version of that weapon is Darth Maul's lightsaber. And the dual daggers, well, its name is dual daggers, they range from glowy chakrams to daggers to big swords that are sheathed on your back. So it's more like twin swords. Either way, you have Ranger, which is self-explanatory. Ranger can use launchers, which are, I don't really know how to explain it more than that. They shoot missiles and they make things go boom. And they can use an assault rifle, which is shoots multiple times, less damage per hit, but has a good amount of talent points that you can invest into, such as weak shot, which will, wherever you shoot that, will make that point a weak hit, so you can capitalize and do maximum damage. Okay. The advanced class is called Gunner, and I can sum that up with 5 words. Dante from Devil May Cry. Not that new faggot Dante from DMC either, but white-haired badass Dante. Alright. Force, your typical mage. Nothing more needs said. They use staves, which are called rods. They use taluses, which are harder to explain. Essentially, think Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual discs. It's pretty much that. And they use the advanced class for Force is called Tekker, which uses a wand. Now, a wand is not a ranged attack weapon. Instead, think more of a battle mage or a cleric. The more you use techniques, your magic, the more you charge them, you'll gain. Once you have the skill called Wand Gear, you will charge your wand, and when you hit with that wand, you will do an explosion based on the element that the wand has. Does good damage. It's essentially 2 hard hits for 1. I like it. And then you have Braver, which uses a bow and a katana. The katana, as you can see in the video down there, is pretty radical. The katana-based combat is based on very agile movements and blocking. If you block at the right moment with the katana, you will do a counterattack. Upon getting katana gear, that will increase in damage. Then they have, as in the video right there and on the character there, what is called a bullet bow. It's essentially it's essentially just a bow. Techniques, the photon arts that you use with it range from explosive arrows to shooting up rainstorm, arrow raining down. Shoot up in the air and having multiple arrows fall down, like that right there. I think it'll even show it. Yeah, like that. It's a pretty good class. They all fit their things. They all fit their categories. Really, it's a matter of preference here. I use a Force. I enjoy it more. I know a lot of people have been running around as Braver. It's the newest class, but either way. All right, and lastly, all the classes can use a weapon referred to as a gun lash. It is your typical Final Fantasy gunblade, amongst other things. It's essentially a sword that when you can swing it like a sword, or you can change it to shoot like a gun. It has its own photon arts, but it's completely universal for all classes. So we'll move on. We'll just click Braver for now because why not? This is just presets. You can choose. I'm sorry. Let me go back. You can choose any one of these you want. It doesn't matter. You can edit them all. So just choose one. Let me let. Oh, it's not going to pop up again. Alright. This is where you do all your editing. Before we continue, I'll take it upon myself to mention that this is free to play. Well, I mean, you can join it. You can play for free. Translation or not, you can, as long as you can understand Japanese or Google Translate. But it does have a shop known as the AC shop, which is essentially the cash shop where you can spend real currency to buy stuff. Now, there's nothing in there that's any form of game breaking, but it's safe to note that like these options here, base face type, face shape editing, hair color, body type, body shape, all that stuff, you can only edit those for free right here. If you wish to edit that type of stuff later on, you have to pay AC to be able to do so. So I implore you, if you intend to play this and you want to make a character, you can have 2 characters per your account. Only 2. I believe you can buy more slots, but you get 2 free. Spend the time. Spend the time to edit your options the way you like, so that you don't have to go through the trouble of language barriers if you have that as a barrier, and whole overseas currency, translations and whatnot. It's straight up easier. Alright, as I said, this is pretty much the last major step. All these changes. Before we continue though, I'll state that with the classes, you can change your class freely in the game. There is an NPC that you'll just talk to, and they'll be like, would you like to be a Force? And you click sure, and you change into a Force. So these editings and this stuff, you're not stuck as whatever class you choose at the start. I chose Braver, for example, for this. The moment you res in, you could change to a Force, or a Hunter, or a Ranger. You still have to unlock the other 3 advanced jobs, but you can do that freely. So once again, editing your character is solely cosmetic and has nothing to do with the class you are. Have fun. Go wild. Alright, so base face type is just a preset to give you an idea of what you can do. All I would do with all my videos when it comes to base face type is choose one that has a face shape close to what you would edit and work from, but you don't have to. All changes that have been made that weren't changed, from the base, will have the text here in yellow. And yes, I know I'm kind of stuttering here. Just woke up, but I needed to get you guys a video, and I felt this was a good one to do. Alright, Doomin, like I said, can have multiple different eye colors. Here's the eye types they can have, and if you do that eye glows. Right pattern, left eye, you can do the same. Eye color, you can change both sides here, and you have a large range. If you look at the right eye down there, large range of colors you can do. I mean, so, and then you can tick mark this and it'll match both sides if you're into that, or you can go different. You have some eyebrows. I'm not going to sit here minutes on each option. I'm just going to give you an idea of what you're dealing with. You know, the biggest here. Let me go ahead and change hair color to black because that's easier to see. There we go. All right. As I said, eyebrow, you can change the eyebrow color, but I would say just leave it match hair color, because people who have like blonde hair and black eyebrows look fucking weird. Eyelashes. Apparently you can have white eyelashes for some reason. I don't know why that's a thing, but apparently they can. That's pretty weird. Anyways, you've got eyelashes. Makeup is not just makeup. It's like that face mask. I would say it's a second tier of accessory, but it's not really considered an accessory. Now, in the game, you have something called Fun Scratch that changes, I think, weekly or bi-weekly or so, and you'll unlock more options, such as more hairstyles, more accessory options, more makeup options, and you can change those freely. Once again, you can't change the hair color, but you can change, like, let's say you start with this, and let's say you want that instead. You can change that, but you do get two. So I mean, you can do that if you so feel like it. But so once again, have fun. Detailed face edit is where you go to do all of this stuff. Change the size of the head. I mean, it's all really self-explanatory stuff, but it's surprisingly good. You have by mixing and matching options, you can do a lot of stuff, like the angle of the eye. Yep, you have a lot of stuff. It's pretty awesome. Let's just minimize this because it's easier for me to figure out what's going on. Hairstyles, which is probably the thing most people are curious about. We'll just start with that, and I'll spin around each hairstyle quickly. So, give you a general idea. Because for me, when it comes to character creation videos, the most important parts are hair, and I notice a lot of people don't cover hair like I would like them to. So I figured if there's anything I will go over each option for, it will be hair. And yeah, there's amazing physics, cloth physics, flowy physics, oops, amongst other types of physics in the game. That's just one. There we go. As I said, Fun Scratch will allow you to unlock way more hairstyles, and I mean there are some awesome hairstyles that you can get. Obviously, this being a new character, there isn't anything unlocked, but you know, it's a thing. And we'll go back up to bald. So hopefully, oops, what the fuck just happened? No. There we go. Alright. Once again, hair color. Can't change this, so choose the color you definitely want here, because you cannot change this. Once again, emphasis on that, because I don't like people doing stuff and then whining about something that they have been told they can change or could change, yada yada. Simple body edit is where you do all the, you do whatever the hell you want here, but this is where you do the proper scaling, and you can change these options here, which change the way your body will look. So have fun. You've got the height slider down here. So I mean, you can make yourself real little. I mean, if you want, if you're up to it. Skin color. Dooming get the ability to do weird colors like so. Many of the other races do not, although you can do a fairly. You can get pretty white in there. Either way, body paint is tattoos. I think this is a Doom and only style of tattoo right there. Either way, a lot of these other ones are pretty universal. So, and once again, this is something that if you do AC Scratch or Fun Scratch, you will unlock more things there. You can also edit these freely once you've created your characters. So there's that. Detailed body edit is where you can edit more stuff, more slider stuff. So it's whatever. Muscle mass, which is essentially muscle definition. Create a, pay attention to the ab area, I think is where it changes at. Either way, costume, you get to choose a starter costume here, but understand that outfits in this game are something that you'll get multiple of later on down the line. You can buy them from other players, you can unlock them with Fun Scratch and AC Scratch. So what you choose here is just choose the one you like the most. I've seen most everybody walking around in the Doomin outfit because why not? Here's custom color. This does not apply to all your outfits. This only applies to what you're choosing right here, and you cannot edit costume color later on. I do not know if you can with premium, but I know you cannot as a free player. But once again, this only affects the outfit you choose the moment you create your character, which means if you want, say, a black robe or a black outfit or a white outfit later on down the line, you're going to have to specifically search that item and buy it with money, which it may or may not be expensive depending on what you're looking for. Anywho, accessories. These range from your glasses. Whoa, don't need no crotch shot. And you can change these freely in the game, so what you choose right here doesn't matter too much. You can unlock many more styles of accessories, ranging from floating angel wings to helmets that look like they're from Saint Seiya or Ronin warriors to a Chow mask from Sonic, because why not? Anywho, yeah, you get 3 of those, so you can have sunglasses, ears, whatever the fuck. Emblems, depending on the outfit you're wearing, these may be visible or may not be too visible. So, I mean, obviously it's on the Doomman back right there, but some outfits you can't see it. So choose whichever one you like, or think you can choose none? No, you can't. You have to have one. Fair enough. You can change that down the line, so don't worry. Then you've got face, voice, face, what the hell. You can change this, and you can edit. You can also have no voice if you feel inclined to do that. And you can edit the pitch, so it's pretty. Then you've got random save and load. This allows you, let's say you want to make another character, but you like certain face options, you may just save it and then load it up. Doommen have, I believe they have a horn. There it is, horn shape, because it is the Doommen specific thing. Yeah, you can do a lot of stuff with the horn. Putting it right there. Yeah, I mean, a lot being relative. I mean, you could have some huge fucking unicorn penis sticking out of your forehead if you want. I know a lot of Doomens, I'll see, I think they do this, actually, because they can cover it with certain hairstyles. And since you can cover it with hairstyles, and I'm not sure if you can freely edit the horn, so take it with a grain of salt. I assume because it's under detailed face edit, you can't. I would suggest if you know you want a huge penis sticking out of your forehead, go for it. Otherwise, you can hide it. I've seen a lot of Doommen that hide it. So if you want to be unique, have a long horn. Don't overcompensate, though. Okay, that pretty much covers everything here. An expression test just expresses, changes the expression of the character. If I hit next, I believe that goes to naming the character. It certainly does. Okay, and then you'll just go through the tutorial. Now, normally in videos like this, since after I go through the proper creation and customization aspect of the character, I would go in and show you abilities. But I will not be doing that because the way new characters work is this isn't a game that you just jump in and run outside town and start shooting your fire spell at the nearest rabbit. No, it's a little more complicated than that, but it leaves something for you guys to desire. Once again, it is free to play, so if you feel like giving it a shot, absolutely. The link will be below. I will have both the Japanese link, and then I will have a link to bumped.org hosted by, I believe it's Ricardo, which is a blog with all the information of Phantasy Star Online 2 translated for us Westerners, because we're big idiots. So take a look at both of those. You can also find the patch there. You can also find install and sign up instructions, because I'm not going to walk you through language barriers myself. So if you do want to play, give it a shot. The 2 links are in the description below, and it's not as difficult as it may seem. Anyways, guys, this has been the KCCR. I'm your host, Karazard, and this has been Phantasy Star Online 2, otherwise known as PSO2. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope this has been helpful. Like, subscribe, comment below, and I will bring you more videos when I find more. Ciao!